and we're just going to talk about the differences of what we've done today. So this is the first swing I've got up on the screen here. I'm just going to talk your way through it when we talked about what's going on. Massive shot, that one. So we've obviously now straightened the legs up and we've straightened your spine up.
Yeah.
So it doesn't move around quite as much, where the bum's gone in so far, the handle's gone up so far, and then we really can't rotate on the way through. The significant change, obviously, from my point of view, is from the right-hand screen here, where you start to go around rather than the dance move.
Yeah.
Okay. And then over time, you know, that's the reason why we gave you this drill.
Yeah.
Just to make it stabilise and just rotate around.
Yeah.
Now that's easy for me to say, as we said before, and you hit some pretty good quality golf shots off that.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested in you doing that a lot more without that foot coming off the ground and being a lot smaller. So in other words, we're going to talk about the golf swing only getting to there in those shots, and we're going to keep your arms nice and straight to try and keep this rotating around. Okay. Very, very small swings. They fold up later on. You know, that right arm folds up later on, that's no problem, but we'll just keep you just using your body and getting your relationship, so that radius between the butt of the golf club and your chest stays roughly about the same, rather than this folding up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it should be straight up.
It'll be a bit straighter, yeah. So when we start then talking about little tiny drills, and I'll throw one in here, not exactly the world's best swinger of the golf club, but I'll throw one in here. Dear. And we'll start looking at just being nice and controlled, just some different little swings, and we'll see the arms a little bit more out. Okay?
Yeah.
Rather than yours tended at that point. You know, that leverage is quite straight.
Yeah.
That's what we're after, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a little YouTube clip that you can go back and